I saw this tweet, and I was very concerned. From Vice, is Taylor Swift Antifa now? And I don't know what to say. Is Taylor Swift Antifa now? No. But why would they say that? Well, let's read their article. Republicans just lost America's sweetheart, Taylor Swift. Did they now? Well, maybe they did. Taylor Swift, the famously apolitical pop music magnate, finally broke bad. She announced Sunday she's voting for Democrats in the upcoming midterm elections. Swift, who has eschewed the spotlight in recent years apart from promoting her successful Reputation album and subsequent tour, took to Instagram Sunday night to say Rep. Marsha Blackburn, a Tennessee Republican running for Senate, appalls and terrifies her. Instead, Swift will be voting for Democratic candidate former Governor Phil Bredesen for Senate and Jim Cooper for the House. Swift, who is 28, often stays in New York City, but has a residence in Nashville and is registered to vote in Tennessee. The red state Senate race is currently neck and neck. Interesting. So Paul Bredesen, who she endorsed, well, I don't want to say endorsed, but who said she's going to vote for. He said, "Thank you for the kind words, Taylor Swift. I'm honored to have your support and that of so many Tennesseans who are ready to put aside the partisan shouting and get things done. We are ready for it. Last day to register to vote is October 9th. That's today. So I hope all of y'all have registered to vote, because you know what I don't want to hear? When the midterms come around, there's going to be sore losers across the board. It could be the right, it could be the left, I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think the reaction from the left and the right are dramatically different. South Park did a really good episode about it where, like, the Democrats started freaking out and screaming like the world was ending or something, and the right, the left was like panicking and running through the street, and the right was like bunkering down and like prepping. And I think that's rather fair. You don't see riots from conservatives, right? So I'll say this. Whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, you're probably going to lose, and you need to vote. And right, I know obviously one side is going to win, but the point I'm making is people they think they've got it in the bag. They go, we're going to win. There's no way we can lose, so they don't vote. And then they lose. So you should never assume you're going to win. You should always assume you're losing, and you have to do everything in your power to go vote. So I don't want to hear, we're going to hear it, but we're going to have people on the left who are, when they lose the Senate, or maybe the House, maybe, they're going to freak out and be like, it's rigged, abolish the electoral system, it's BS. And then when if the right loses, you're going to, I don't really know what the right will say, because in this past election cycle, they've dominated everything. So we haven't had a modern example since, like Obama got elected, but that was years ago, like 6 years ago now. I kind of don't know how the right would react if they end up losing. I mean, even if they lose the House and the Senate, they still have the Supreme Court and the executive branch. Even if they only lose the House, they still have basically everything. So, quote, "I cannot vote for someone who will not be willing to fight for dignity for all Americans, no matter their skin color, gender, or who they loved," Swift wrote in a lengthy Instagram caption. Swift garnered a somewhat right-leaning ahem reputation when she failed to speak out publicly on then-candidate Donald Trump during the 2016 election. Instead, posting another Instagram post urging her fans to vote without any recommendation. But she's since spoken out about LGBTQ rights, gun control, and the Me Too movement, which tend to be more left-leaning causes. Blackburn had previously hosted a fundraiser at a Taylor Swift concert, according to the Tennessean. Wait, really? That's weird. After Swift spoke out about her political beliefs, conservative pundits quickly came for her on social media, and 4chan users freaked out as they had bizarrely assigned her a neo-Nazi persona in her political silence, according to the Daily Beast. Okay, the Daily Beast is fake news. Meanwhile, I'm going to clarify that because, people on the left freak out. The Daily Beast regularly has published verifiably false information, or they have direct connections to the alt-right, which I don't believe to be true. But the Daily Beast tends to publish stories with insider information or lies. And based on, the people I've interviewed, my assumption is the Daily Beast is actually lying when they make claims about the alt-right. But it is also entirely possible that the Daily Beast has a deep connection with the alt-right. I just don't think that's true. In my opinion, they're fake news. Meanwhile, some fans were quick to note that Swift's recent political entrance contrasts with that of her longtime foe, apparent Trump supporter Kanye West. Oh my God. Fittingly, perhaps Swift will be performing the song "I Did Something Bad" Tuesday night at the American Music Awards. She also just ended the North American leg of her record-breaking tour, so she can ditch the country for the next few weeks if necessary. I believe that's it. They got a video, apparently, of Taylor Swift at the awards or whatever. So here's what's interesting. First of all, Vice tweeted, "Is Taylor Swift Antifa now?" What a dumb tweet. No, I got what they're doing. It was a funny question to ask, but come on, Vice News. You're supposed... You know, I kind of started Vice News, and things like that let me down. But I think they're pretty okay. I don't think they do a bad job. Kanye West, Taylor Swift. You may remember back in the day when Kanye West got up on stage and took the microphone from Taylor Swift and said, "I'm gonna let y'all finish," but I think he was like, Beyonce is better or something. Well, now you have the Kanye versus Taylor. So then Kanye goes up on Saturday Night Live and starts talking about Trump. He's wearing the MAGA hat. He's been seen with Candace Owens. And Kanye is a Trump supporter. He immediately gets attacked by celebrities on the left. Chris Evans had to have the perfect exemplification of irony. He tweeted that he was, Chris Evans tweeted he was sick and tired of myopia disguised as virtue and ignorant people like Kanye. Oh, Chris Evans. And it really bums me out because I'm a big fan of the MCU and he's a great Captain America. But it was like, the reason I say it's a perfect example of irony is that in his criticism of Kanye West, you could literally take word for word what he says, but put his face under it, and it would mean the exact same thing. His post was a paradox. And this is what happens when Kanye West comes out and says, "Hey everybody, this is why, he says he likes Trump and people bully him and he wants to wear his hat, he wants to speak his mind, he wants to be free." Taylor Swift comes out, and the criticism is rather different. There are a lot of, the conservative response isn't to mock, for the most part, right? What I've seen from personalities on the right, they haven't mocked, they haven't insulted and derided and degraded Taylor Swift. They've simply said things like, "Taylor Swift, you're so wrong." What's her name? Marsha Blackburn, I think. What did you? I'm screwing up here. Anyway, yeah, Blackburn, whatever the woman's name is. There was a bunch of posts from high-profile Republicans saying something like, "You're wrong about Blackburn. She does support these things. You're mistaken." But when Kanye West comes out and says stuff, SNL actually did a segment mocking him, calling him mentally ill. Let's talk about celebrity endorsements. My defense of Kanye West, when I said that what he said was spot on, was that he was talking about how people pick on him, how they tell him he can't wear it, they make fun of him, and then sure enough, a dude comes out and starts mocking him, calling him mentally ill. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Kanye is right to support Donald Trump. I'm saying he's right to be free to do so. He's right. He has a right to wear the hat without being made fun of. Actually, that was totally wrong. Absolutely 100% wrong. He has a right to wear the hat and believe when he wants. He can be made fun of all day and night. The point is, we should treat people with respect. Not that he has a right to it. That was definitely misspeaking. You don't have a right to not be offended or be made fun of. But a lot of people are criticizing Taylor Swift, and I'm seeing a lot of people say some stuff like, I actually tweeted something out and deleted it, that you shouldn't get moral guidance from Taylor Swift or Kanye West. I deleted it because Taylor Swift didn't tell people what to do. My understanding is that she simply said what she was going to do. And that's why I deleted it, because my original understanding from what I saw in the tweets was that she was advocating for people to, vote a certain way. But apparently, her post, I could be wrong, but I read through it. I'm pretty sure her post is just saying she is going to vote this way. That's it. Not telling people what to do. Taylor Swift has every right in this country, in the world, in my opinion, she does have a right, to say what she is going to do and why she's going to do it. She has every right to be wrong. And you can make fun of her and you can insult her. That was me misspeaking when I was talking about Kanye. What I meant to say was, we shouldn't be insulting these people. We shouldn't be insulting Taylor or Kanye. I don't like the fact that people are going to now support Trump simply because Kanye will. I don't like the fact that people are going to support Taylor Swift. People are going to support a Democrat simply because Taylor Swift will, right? But they are both within their rights to talk about exactly what they want. Simply because they're celebrities does not negate their right to their opinions. So I have nothing but respect for Taylor Swift for coming out and saying this. I have nothing but respect for Kanye West for saying what he wants. But we also learned from BuzzFeed News, massive spike in voter registration. Now, I will point out, something like 65,000 new registrations, and a lot of people believe that Taylor Swift caused this. However, this is also coming just after Kavanaugh got confirmed. It is possible that that spike is due to both. I think it's fair to say that the Kavanaugh hearing as well as Taylor Swift resulted in a spike, and I do believe it's fair to say that Taylor Swift was the majority of that spike. She's got like tens of millions, I don't even know how many followers she has. But following this, whether her intention was to or not, she just rallied a ton of support for the Democrats. But you know what? Conservatives did it first with Kanye West. Now, celebrities tend to be left. They tend to vote for Democrats anyway. So it's not like Kanye is the first person to ever do it. Just in terms of big name celebrities, Kanye came out and created a big press storm. Now Taylor Swift is. So I guess we'll see what happens. Will this have a huge impact? I kind of feel bad. Like, here's the thing. When Kanye West comes out in support of Trump, it's surprising because so few mainstream celebrities do. When Taylor Swift breaks her silence and engages in politics, it's actually disappointing because she had held off. She wasn't going to do it. And I can appreciate that. With her coming out now and talking about supporting the Democrats, she was one of the last few personalities who was going to be like, no, not getting involved. But you know what? I'm not criticizing her. I actually have tons of respect for her to come out and say what she wants to do. And all I'll end with is this. You can make fun of Taylor Swift. You can respect Taylor Swift. The point is, there is a war going on. A metaphorical war. There's going to be an election in less than 1 month. You better go vote. Period. I see people posting on Facebook. It's like the meme with the guy and his girlfriend. He's looking over his shoulder. And the far left is saying they'd rather burn it all down than vote. And I'm like, congratulations, don't vote then, by all means. And the Republicans win. And they don't care. They don't care because they think they're going to knock down a skyscraper with a ball-peen hammer. That's how I describe it. You got these far leftist anti-capitalists who want to destroy this massive skyscraper, and they're standing at the base of it, hitting it with hammers. Sure. And what they don't realize is that at the same time, everyone else is fixing that damage with massive machinery. You can't tear down a skyscraper with a little hammer. That's what they're doing. You need to go inside the skyscraper, you need to advocate for positions of power, and then you'll have more control over the system. But you know what? Maybe at some point there will be a crazy revolution and things will change. It happens. I'm not going to say it won't. Anyway, stick around. I got one more video coming up in just a few minutes. This next one, apparently Anderson Cooper consumes only Soylent. I'm being serious. That's actually the story. Yeah, so stick around.